Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another lesson, another video through the power and spirit of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Alright, so first and foremost, call Halayam, Allah, Allah Hayamawa, Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, baha, sham, yahawashi, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi. Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi. Alright, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, alright, who taught us the truth. Double salutations unto the brothers who teaching the truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites, also. Shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat, which is Akwatium Salakia, which is the sisters. Alright, so the name of this lesson is The Marvelous Works of the Most High. Alright, simple, the marvelous works of the Most High. And if we could just take a look within your own surroundings, not just my background, you know, but within your own surroundings, where you at, you know, and you would see the works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Which part I reside in here? Residing here in the countryside, and you know, I exposed to a lot of nature. All right. If you're hearing on the background there, you're hearing cornbird. There's a whole set of cornbird on the starch mango tree. Alright. Behind me, going further back, is the jungle, as how you would call it, if you want to call it that way, you know. There's all sorts of wild animals, you know. Lots of things to marvel at. And I just talking about, you know, my close surroundings here. You know, sometimes I come out on a morning 6 o'clock and I will see monkeys swinging on the tree. Alright? When nighttime reach, because I notice the viewing of the stars in Port, like when I used to work in Port of Spain, you know, you would see stars but not much to talk about. But up here in the countryside, you know, when you look up in the sky, yes, it's so much stars you can't count them. In Port of Spain, in the city, you could count the stars, but up here you can't really count the stars because it's so much. You know, and all these things are just the marvelous works of the Most High. You know, His creation and all that He created and the wisdom that He used in creating these things. You know, and some people, especially like for instance Esau, the so-called white man, he don't take consideration into these things. Alright? The so-called white man don't take considerations into these things. That you know, the creation of the Most High, you know, the fishes in the sea, you know, where they're dumping all the oil and all the chemicals in the sea and killing all these fishes. All right, the nuclear waste and all these things are dumping in the sea. You know, whales washing ashore. You know, the whole world right now with it upside down, it's in a mess. You know, but still, despite the earth not being in proper management, you know, you could still look around and see, you know, the creation of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, and know that there is a power, there is a God. You know, unlike you know, it's nothing like what scientists try to tell you about 600 million years ago and 5 billion years ago. There was a big bang, two things collide, and there was a big bang. And no, that's a whole bag of nonsense. Alright, and the scriptures contain the marvelous works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. The scriptures give you the exact know-how in how Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, you know, put this whole thing, this whole universe into existence. Alright, so enough rambling, you know, enough rambling. I will start with second and just. I have a whole slew of scriptures, a whole slew of scriptures, you know, just showing it and proving. So the scripture said, oh, what, to prove all things. Alright? So let's go to second and just 16. Let's see how quick I can get it. Second and just 16. Yeah, apocrypha here. Second and just 16. And I'll start at verse 54. It reads, Behold, the Lord, Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts. Alright? The Lord knows all. He's all-knowing, almighty, all-powerful, omnipotent. Alright? Verse 55. Which spake but the word, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. Alright? In his word, which was actually yahawashi, alright, because yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his true name, because he was a Hebrew man, and he had a Hebrew name, alright? Yahawashi, he was the first created, alright, he was the first creation of the Most High Yahawah, then the angels, then the 144,000, alright? And he gave Yahawashi the word, which is the blueprint, alright, to go about the creation of the earth. Alright? So it says, so when it says, which spake but the word, which is Yahawashi, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. And his word were the stars made, and he knoweth the number of them. Yeah? He knoweth the number of the stars. Let's imagine that. We who can count the stars, we who can even count the grain of sand. If you take a handful of sand from the sea, alright? Could you count that, just a handful of sand? Could you count that? And give out the exact number? Well, hey, that's the work of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, because he could count it. Alright? He could count it. And give you the exact number. He could count the stars. Alright? Because he created them. So he know what he created. He know what he will, you know, he know the amount. He would know the amount. He know what he created because he created it. Alright? So it says, in his word were the stars made, and he know the number of them. He searcheth the deep. Yeah, he searcheth the deep and the treasures thereof. He hath measured the sea and what it containeth. Yeah? He hath measured the sea and what it containeth. Alright? He know how deep the sea is, how deep the ocean is. And all the animals in the ocean, from the whale to the shark, to the crab, the shrimp, the lobster, you know, all the different species of fish. Alright, the octopus, how many octopus in the sea, you know. He knows all the population. He knows the population of the sea, you know, of all its creation. He knows it. Alright? And the thing about it is not just that he knows it, you know, the thing about it is he created it. And you know, and these things were created, you know, for us to look upon and think. You know, look upon and think, and you know, and be amazed and reverence him. You know, think and you know, use wisdom within this thing and be like, yeah, boy, for something, for the earth to contain such things, you know, it has to have a creator. It has to have a creator. Must have a creator. Alright? And with that now, you know, the wisdom, you know, which goes back to, I don't have it on my list, but I will go to it. A scripture that I just always pull out, which is Sirach 19, actually. Sirach 19, and I will start at verse 18. Because when you get the understand, when you really get any understanding of the Lord's creation and his marvelous works, alright, you would have to come to the conclusion that, hey, you will fear that man. Alright? You have to fear that man. Alright? But it says, Sirach 19:18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. Because when you really come and you see that all these works, when you see all these works and get the understanding of what you're really seeing, you know, and you start to have a fear for Yahawah, you know, it's going to give you wisdom and understanding, you know, and you know, into even deeper things concerning, you know, his will and his purpose and his creation and why he created this and why he did that, and you know. So it says, going on, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. All right? That's self-explanatory by itself. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. Yeah? Because this man is all powerful, by. This man here, Yahawah Yahawashi, is all powerful. Alright? He is all powerful. And this is what Esau, you know, this is what Esau, he can't get. And this is what Esau trying to put himself on such a level. You know, and try to say he could outdo Yahawah Yahawashi. Alright? He trying to say that he's a creator also too. Alright? With all the technology and all these things and changing of DNA and all these things, you know. You have science now. You have science now being so wicked. Alright? You have science now being so wicked where now you have men becoming pregnant and say they're bringing forth a child, which is going against the true science and the true wisdom and knowledge of Yahawashi. Where, you know, a man and a woman, they have to come together. Yeah? They have to come together, come in their unison, come in their union, and what? And have sex and and bring forth that child. Alright? But Esau, you know, Esau said, nah. It don't have to be so. A man could bring forth a child too. A man could give birth to a child too. Alright, and he come with the wicked, you know, he wicked way and he wicked science, you know, he find his pseudoscience and all of that nonsense. Yeah? To corrupt, to literally corrupt the works of Yahawah Yahawashi. These what we see in here. Alright? But you cannot outdo Yahawah Yahawashi. You cannot outdo Yahawah Yahawashi. In nothing at all. Because his wisdom, his knowledge, you know, his understanding, it exceeds, it surpasses. It surpasses anything, any. Come on, man, that is the creator you're talking about. Yeah? So it reads, verse 58, he had shut the sea in the midst of the waters. Yeah, he had shut the midst of the sea in the waters, and with his word hath he hung the earth upon the waters. Yeah? Which is, when you say upon, they say he hung the earth upon the waters, you know, which is the heavens, the shamayams. Alright? Scripture in Job, oh gosh, I can't remember exactly, I think Job 26, something like that. I don't want to waste time to go to it, you know, where, you know, the Lord hung the earth hung it upon nothing. The earth is a sphere, a ball, a globe, alright, and it hangs upon nothing. It literally hangs upon nothing. What power? What power it have in this world here could do that? Could emulate such an act? Yeah? What power could do such an act? None. There is none. None, literally none. And I could put my head on a block. Yeah? No Osiris and Horus and Nimrod and Ra and Ugun and Ushun and where's the next one? Ganesh and Shiva and none of them gods. They are no gods. They are no gods. They have no power in them. No Buddha. None of them gods have no power in them. And could do the works and the acts and the feats as Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. None. Yeah? Verse 59, he spreadeth out the heavens like a vault. Upon the waters hath he founded. In the desert hath he made springs of water and pools upon the tops of the mountains, that the floods might pour down from the high rocks to water the earth, which is the rivers and whatnot. He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath and life and understanding. Yeah? These way it is. Yeah? And that breath of life is the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, you know. That breath of life which he had poured out into who? Into Adam. Alright? Verse 62, yea, he made the spirit of, and the spirit of Almighty Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things in secret, in the secrets of the earth. Yeah, that is Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi for you. Yeah, that is Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi for you. Let's go to Sirach. Let's go down to Sirach. Sirach 43. And a bit too far. Still going a bit too far. Alright, Sirach 43. It reads, Sirach 43 and 1, it reads, the pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven, with his glorious shew. The sun, when it appeareth, declareth at his rising a marvelous instrument. The work of the Most High, the sun. Yeah? A marvelous instrument, the work of the Most High. Not no sun god, I think it's Ra, or some kind of nonsense so in Egyptology. No. Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Yeah? Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Alright? Listen, at noon, it parted the country, and who can abide the burning heat thereof? Can. Because the sun is at its hottest during noontime. Alright? A man blowing a furnace is in works of heat, but the sun burneth the mountains 3 times more, breathing out fiery vapors and sending forth bright beams. It dimmeth the eyes. Yeah, because you can literally look. No man with a naked eye could stare at the sun. Come on. No man with a literal naked eye could stare at the sun. None. Yeah? The sun will damage your eyes. It will burn out. The sun could destroy your eyes. Try it now. And say you do it on an everyday basis now. And see what will be the position. See what will be the end result of your eyes. Yeah? Great is Yahawah. Great is the Lord Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, that made it. And at his commandment it runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her seasons, in a season for a declaration of time and a sign of the world. Alright? Which goes back to, let me go to it. I ain't gonna roughly paraphrase it at all. I'm going to go to it, which is Genesis 1 and 14. Genesis 1 and chapter 14. And it reads, and Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, It's what he said, and this is the wisdom the man having. This is the wisdom the man having. Yeah? And he said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. Yeah? The moon and the sun, but mainly the moon, is something to look at, to get the way you get your calendar from, and how to count the days, the months, the years, know what season we in, and what have you. Even the sun also too. All right, even the sun also too, because hey, not all over the world, you have what 4 seasons. All right, over here in the Caribbean, we have 2 seasons, which is dry season and rainy season. All right. So these things that this is the wisdom of Yahawah. What power could exceed and do way much more marvelous work than Yahawah. Yeah. Let me read this last one here, verse 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And Yahawah made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, which is the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night, which is the moon. He made the stars also. Yeah, he made the stars also. Right? So when you continue, right? When you continue, great is the Lord that made it, verse 5, Sirach 43 and 5, great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandment it runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in a season for a declaration of times, and a sign of the world. From the moon is a sign of peace, the light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, right? Because the moon have what, 4 phases, all right? Being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. The armies above is the universe, the other planets, all right? The other planets and the stars and all these things, all right? Right? The beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, and ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. Wow. And you don't want to fear that man, boy. And you don't want to fear that man, boy. Hey, 2/3 in you all is gonna. But anyhow, there's no lesson for that really now, boy, to be honest. There's no lesson for this. I just wanna, do this lesson here for the brothers and sisters, especially the younger ones, to really take a look back and just watch at the surroundings, If you're living in a city, still, because he put the wisdom in mind in man's mind, to put up such construction of buildings and what have you so forth, if you're not fortunate enough to live around a place that has such nature and what have you, still, all the vehicles and all these things, still, it's still something to marvel at, because as Yahawah put the wisdom in man. He put the wisdom in man to be able to accomplish such feats. All right. All right. Let me see. Verse 10, Sirach 43 and 10, it reads, At the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watches. Look upon the rainbow and praise him that made it. Praise him that made it, because the rainbow was made as a sign. Yeah, the rainbow was made as a sign, as a covenant between the Most High God. The rainbow is proof that the Most High God exists, because he made that as a covenant between himself and Noah, all right, that he wouldn't destroy the earth by flood anymore. Because he saw the destruction that the great flood had done. All right. Continuing. Right. So he says, look upon the rainbow and praise him that made it. Very beautiful it is in the brightness thereof. Can. But hey, where you have the alphabet people now take the rainbow and put it towards their wicked, evil, fucked up, sadistic thoughts and actions, as their representation. See why Yahawah, see, and I will use that for another lesson. I will use that for another lesson. Alright, so verse 12. It compasseth the heaven about with a glorious circle, and the hands of the Most High has bended it. The hands of Yahawashi had bended it, make it into a bow. Hey boy. By his commandment he maketh the snow to fall apace, and sendeth swiftly the lightnings of his judgment. Yeah? Through this the treasures are open, and clouds fly forth as fowls. By his great power he maketh the clouds firm. Yeah? By his great power he maketh the clouds firm. Alright? And the hailstones are broken small. Alright? When you see bring the clouds together, now you see make it full, bring it together. That is how you know it is again rain and what have you, so forth. Alright? And hail and whatnot. At his side the mountains are shaken, and at his will the south wind bloweth. The noise of the thunder maketh the earth tremble. Yeah? So does the northern storm and the whirlwind. As birds flying, he scattereth the snow, and the falling down thereof is as the lightning of grasshoppers. The eye marveleth at the beauty of the witnesses thereof, and the heart is astonished at the raining of it. Yeah. When these things, when you see, when you really take time and to look and really give thought at the works of Yahawah, it amazes you. It's only an unbeliever, would think otherwise and would try to put other scientific theories and what's up, towards the creation and towards all what was created, and what we see, with the animals and all these things, because the Lord set everything in order and in decency and in perfection. You understand where I'm coming from? There's only somebody outside of the temple, all right, a profane person, right, such as Esau, would want to take Yahawashi out of the equation, all right, would want to take Yahawashi out of truth and righteousness, and put their own spin and lies, all right, and the false science and the artificial intelligence and all these wickedness, all right, for the people to reverence him and for the world to reverence him and look at him as God Almighty. Yeah, but don't worry, there is something that is coming for you which is called judgment. All right, where I had reached? Verse 19, Sirach 43 and 19. The hoarfrost also as salt he poured on the earth, and being congealed it light on the top of sharp stakes. All right. When the cold north wind bloweth, and the water is congealed into ice, all right, being frozen, all right, it abideth upon every gathering together of water, and clotheth the water as with a breastplate. All right, the ice sheets on them when winter started to take place. The water that start to come to a frost. You could literally be able to walk on the water. That the works of Yahawah, Yahawashi. Fear him. All right. It devoured the mountains and burned the wilderness and consumed the grass as fire. A present remedy of all is a mist coming speedily. A dew coming after heat refresheth. By his counsel he appeased the deep and planted islands therein. By his counsel, yeah, that they sail on the sea, tell of the dangers thereof. When we hear it with our ears, we marvel thereat. Yeah, like my brother, like my brother Howard, Yakal, Yaradan, Yasad. These men are fishermen. Sometimes, brother, I would just go out on the high seas with them. These men are fishermen, and these men can tell you about treacherous, real, dangerous stories. All right, about the high seas. These men could give you some accounts, of dangerous times on the high seas, because the seas is nothing to play with. The sea is very dangerous. All right, the sea is very dangerous. Waves 10 feet, 20 feet tall, and all them kind of thing. That could literally top you over. All right, serious current. Hey, Yahawah is worthy to be feared, not only praised but feared. Yeah. For therein be strange and wondrous works. Yeah. For therein be strange and wondrous works, variety of all kinds of beasts and whales created. By him the end of them hath prosperous success, and by his word all things consist. All right, by his word all things consist. By his word these things, it's there, it's still there. It's not extinct. All right. By his word these things be fruitful and multiply. All right. Well, yeah. Verse 27. We may speak much and yet come short. Wherefore is some, he is all. Yeah? How shall we be able to magnify him? How? For he is great above all his works. Can? He is great above all his works. Above. Right? The Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. When we glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as we can. Can. For even yet will he far exceed all what he doing here now, all what he did in his creation. He could do even way greater things than that. And what he doing here is what he do here. Where you can literally witness with your own eyes. Where you can literally witness with your own eyes and see. It's something to be marveled at. So you can imagine we ain't even see us yet. We ain't even make it privy to see us yet. Which is the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven ain't gonna be as the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. Alright? But it will exceed all that he had. Ooh, boy. Yeah? Yeah? The Lord is terrible. Let me see. Yeah, they don't read. Right, so it reads, for even yet will he far exceed, and when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. Who hath seen him, that he might tell us? And who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hid greater things than these be. Hey, boy, hey. There are yet greater things than be, for we have seen but a few of his works. For we have seen but a few of his works, for the Lord hath made all things, and unto the godly hath he given wisdom. Boy, hey, the works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, boy, the works, the wonderful works, the marvelous works. Nothing can compete with it. Yeah? Nothing could compete with it. Staying in the book of Sirach, I'm going to go to verse chapter 18. Right? Because I say it's a whole slew of scriptures I have here. I'm going down According to the wicked soca artists, are going right down till the sun go completely down. Now he say he going right down till he lie down. Alright, but I going right down till the sun go completely down. Alright? This is Sirach 18:1. It reads, He that liveth forever created all things in general. And who liveth forever? Who liveth forever? Come on. He that liveth forever created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but He. Yeah, Yahawah is righteous, and there is none other but Him. There is no God beside Him. Alright? Who governed the world with the palm of His hand, and all things obey His will. For He is the King of all, and by His power dividing holy things among them from profane. Yeah? With His power. Alright? He divided what? He divided holy things among them, alright, from profane, which is Esau. Alright, who's the profane one? Esau. Alright, who's the holy one? Israel, Yahawah. Alright? Starting with the elect. Alright, and he put that division. Alright, to show you, alright, the ones who would reverence His work and give praises and fear Him and give glory unto Him, because His works are wonderful indeed. Alright? See, put that separation from the ones who hate the works of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, who commit sacrilege against Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Alright? Who totally is against Yahawah Shem Yahawashi and all that what He done, all what He is to do, or what He is to do, all what He created, and what not so forth. You understand? If the so-called white man was such a godly man, why is he taking such steps? Why is he making such steps? Why is he doing such steps? Doing such acts? Alright? That is literally against Yahawah Shem Yahawashi and all that He done, you know. You trying to say you could do more and perfect. Alright? He even had this blasphemous wicked one by the name of Yuval Noah Harari, where he said what? We don't need a Messiah. Alright, we don't need a Messiah and to give us everlasting life. We could give ourselves everlasting life. That should I Satan himself. I Satan himself. Alright? Just like that freaking dog over there, Satan too. Spirits in that dog. You know? Spirits in that dog, but don't worry. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi will deal with him proper too in that time to come. Yeah? So it says what? To whom hath He given power to declare His works? To whom? Who He gave power to declare His works? Alright? You don't need nobody to declare His works. His work stands out. His work stands alone and stands out for itself. Yeah? Right? And who shall also tell us, and who is this like here? No, it is verse 4. I jump. To whom hath He given power to declare His works, and who shall find out His noble acts? Yeah? Who shall number the strength of His majesty, and who shall also tell out His mercies? As for the wondrous works of the Lord, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, there may nothing be taken from them, neither may anything be put unto them, neither can the ground of them be found out. Yeah? Because why of His omnipotency? Alright, you cannot add, and that's what Esau trying to do, trying to say, adding on to the works of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, you know, where creation and all these things is concerned, you know. Where humanity is concerned, and what you see, they're going with transhumanism and all these things. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi made our bodies perfect in the way it ought to be. Alright? And we are the ones, you know, who supposed to have the wisdom, you know, to be able to take care of our bodies in an efficient way to give us long life and what have you, you know. But here comes Esau. Here comes Esau trodden in, alright, which is God complex, alright, saying that he, you know, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, His work, it wasn't enough. Here, what's going on? You know, we need alteration. You know, that wasn't enough. So hence, besides the start off with the plastic surgery and what have you, so forth, but, you know, doing the plastic surgery to now, you know, plastic surgery is a thing of the past now, you know. You have transhumanism now. All right, you have you're stepping into an age of cyborg, half man, half machine. Days will days will reach too. Yeah? Days will reach too. Alright? Verse 8. This is something. Alright, verse 8. Right? Verse 8 it reads, what is man? Sirach 18:8. What is man, and whereto serveth he? What is his good, and what is his evil? The number of a man's days are at the most 100 years. As a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sun, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity. Alright, so are 1,000 years to the day of eternity, because one day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day with the Lord. You know, and it shows you, you know, that Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi is forever. Alright, the Lord liveth forever and ever and ever and ever. So if somebody who has that power to live forever and ever and ever, all right, how could you really get to fathom that man and his intelligence and feel, well, you could outthink him and do better than him, you know, with creation and all these things is concerned? That's impossible. According to Brother Yerushalayim, that's impossible. Yeah, that's impossible. Yeah? Sirach 17, verse 1, it reads, the Lord created man on the earth and turned him into it again. Right? He created man from the earth and turned it into it again, which is what? You know, your body dies, alright, and you go down into the earth and deteriorate and turn right back to the earth. Alright? Wisdom of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, man. He gave them few days and a short time, and power also over the things therein. He endued them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image. Alright, which is really the children of Israel, you know, where he made us according to his image, which is his laws, his statutes, and his commandments, which is actually his system. Alright? But what Israel tend to what? To stray from it. Verse 4, and put the fear of men upon all flesh, and give him dominion over beasts and fowls. Yeah? Yeah? The Lord received the use of 5 operations. They received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord, and in the 6th place he imparted them understanding, and in the 7th speech, an interpreter of the cogitations thereof. Right? Because we learn in school, you know, we have 6 senses, alright, which is seeing, hearing, smelling, touch, taste. I think it's 5, yeah, touch, taste. Yeah, I think it's 5 that tell we, you know, in school, you know. I think that's 5 and not 6. Alright? But the thing is, Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi give us what? 7. Alright? 7. Right, the 7th is understanding, right, which is to get that spirit upon it to understand things, you know, right, and the 7th speech and interpret, all right, because that is a sense too, to speak, all right, to be able to speak. That is also a sense, because it have people in the world who can't speak, all right. He take away that ability from them to speak. Some he take away the ability to see. Some he take away the ability to hear. A lot of them he even take away the ability to understand. He has that power to take away any ability away from you, any ability, any bodily function. He has that ability to take it away from you. Fear Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, boy. Because there is what a lot of our people fail to realize and they don't they don't do. They don't fear. They literally plain point blank. They don't fear. They don't fear Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Yeah? They don't fear Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. That's why there is going to get the judgment that they ought to rightfully receive. Alright? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. I'm going in order as it go, you know. Going in order as how I write it down. You know, to the power and spirit of Yahweh. Wisdom of Solomon, what boy? 11. Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 17. Yeah, and 17. Starting, alright, it reads, for thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, alright, because he is outside of space, time, and matter. Alright, he's outside of those three things, hence why he is the creator, because he created space, he created time, alright, and he created matter. Everything is of matter. Alright, the trees, the ground, man, the birds, the animals, the wild animals, the beasts in the forest and what have you. Alright, this dog next to me and all. Alright, everything is of matter. The concrete. Alright, all the elements that Esau rubbing the earth of. Alright, your uranium, your titanium, your lithium, you know, your cobalt, the gas, the oil, all these things is made out of matter. Alright? And he is outside of these things. So hence the reason he is the creator, boy. Because he created all these things, space, time, and matter. Yeah? The wonderful works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Get to know it. Get to know him. So it says, for thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears, or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor, which that goes into a Leviathan, or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. That's Leviathan. Yeah? Wherefore not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Right? The terrible sight of Leviathan is going to destroy them. The wicked. Alright? And this goes into this because the Most High God, he has, how I go put it, he's a man of emotions too, the same way. And you know, he's not just all about love and care, and he's also about death and destruction too. Alright, he's a balanced God. Alright, so he has a wrathful side too, and you don't want to get on that side. Alright, so it says, wherefore not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Yea, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad throughout the breadth of thy power. But thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight, because he's a balanced power. He's not, don't feel, you know, as the Christians want to portray this also loving God, like, you know, like if he blasted, retarded, you understand? No, Yahawah Shem Yahshua is dreadful and terrible. Don't get it twisted. The Most High God is dreadful and terrible. Alright? Yeah? Let's have to take a sip here. Alright, let's continue. A small thing. Right? So it reads, for thou canst shew thy great strength at all times. Right? For thou canst shew thy great strength at all times when thou wilt. Yeah, Yahawah Shem Yahshua can show his mightiest power at any time he feel too. Alright? and who may withstand the power, wow, and who may withstand the power of thine arm? Think about that, Esau. For the whole world before thee is as a, woo-hoo, for the whole world before thee is as a little grain of the balance, yea, as a drop of the morning dew that falleth down that falleth down upon the earth. But thou hast mercy upon all Israel, for thou canst do all things, and winkest at the sins of men, because they should amend. Israel, because only Israel could amend for their sins, all right, which is seek forgiveness through Yahawashi HaMashiach, because Yahawashi only came for the children of Israel, all right. Don't get all too feisty and get all, in your feelings, all right, and feel what they're talking about the whole world, all right, because thou shouldest amend, because they should amend, Salakia. For thou lovest all the things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made. For neither wouldest thou have made anything if thou hadst hated it. Don't get it twisted. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. He's talking about his creation, He created Esau, but he hated Esau. He created Esau to hate Esau. Alright, but that's for another time, another topic. And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will, or been perceived if not called by thee? For thou sparest all, for they are thine, O Yahawah, thou lover of souls. Yeah? This is Yahawah Shani Shaiba, Wisdom of Solomon 7. Wisdom of Solomon 7. Wisdom of Solomon 7. Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 15. Alright, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 15. Yahawah granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and directed the wise. And this is what we have to understand here. And this is how we will get the understanding of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Because it's he that, put the Rakakodash upon it to get, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of his works and his will, and, all things that pertain unto him, that pertain unto righteousness, even evil. Even evil in the sense of, he would lead you unto righteousness and show you what is evil, for you to, to refrain from it, show you what is evil for you as an example, for you to walk on that straight and narrow path. All right, he created evil. He created evil for the hopeful elect, to learn and gain that wisdom. All right, gain that wisdom to stay away from evil. That is the wisdom of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. All right, to give us the wisdom to know both good and evil. All right, that is the will of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. He made the evil for we to get to know, all right, so we could use the wisdom to stay far. All right, and he give you give you everything in the scriptures, how to spot evil, how to spot it, and how to deal with it. Yeah, the works of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. All right. Verse 16, for in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship in his hands. For he hath given me certain knowledge, right? He hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know the world was made, namely to know how, Salakia, namely to know how the world was made. This is the wisdom and knowledge he gives us. All right, the operation of the elements. All right, the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alteration of the turning of the sun and the change of the seasons, the circuits of years and the position of stars. All right, and the position of stars. Because Issachar, gosh, I can't remember. It's somewhere in Chronicles, either first or second Chronicles. Where Issachar, they know how to watch the stars, how to, and be able to tell when the feast days and all these things coming in. All right. They had that ability through the power and spirit of Yahawah putting that knowledge in them. Again, the marvelous works of Yahawashi. Alright? Verse 20, the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, and the reasonings of men, and the diversities of plants, and the virtues of roots. Alright, which goes into the herbs too, He put that understanding in man. He put that wisdom and knowledge in man. Alright, to know these things, Know, alright, this root and this plant here, it's good for this ailment, it's good for dementia, it's good for diabetes. Alright, this here will bring down high blood pressure, whatnot. He put that wisdom in man. Alright, but what Esau do, Esau turn it when they go to Sirach. Because Esau take all what Yahawah had made perfect and turn it into judgment evil. When they go to Sirach 39, Sirach 39 and 26, we read, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of grapes, oil, and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. Alright? So to the sinners they are turned into evil. Because Esau trying to take all the creation of Yahawah and alter it into his own wicked way and own wicked device, right? And turn it into weapon, right? He weaponizing food, all right? He weaponizing the elements, the rain and the sun and the weather, the weather patterns and what have you, all right? He weaponizing water, right? Esau turning every single thing into a judgment weapon, into a sword. To do what? Just to perpetrate evil upon the face of the earth. You understand? So when I go back now, where I reached verse 20. Yeah, so when I read over verse 20, so it reads, the natures of living creatures. This is all what he give man wisdom and knowledge and understanding into it. The natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things are either secret or manifest, them I know. Yeah? For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. And who gave us that wisdom? Yahawah. Alright? For in her is an understanding spirit, holy one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, yeah, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be lettered, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of Yahawah, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her, which is wisdom. And once no defiled thing could contaminate true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. None. Alright? Because with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is truth. Once you have wisdom, knowledge, alright? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of righteousness, which is the truth, it can never be condemned. It can never be contaminated, defiled, which goes back to First Esdras 4, First Esdras 4 and 38. It reads, as for the truth, it endureth, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, it will always have you in a state of truthfulness. All right, for truth, as for truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. All right, so no defiled thing could contaminate true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. No, none whatsoever. All right, none whatsoever. Hebrews 3. None whatsoever. We'll go to it. The glorious works of Yahawah, sham, yahawashi, and a lot of our people reject it. Yeah, they reject it. They reject it. Hebrews 3 and 4. Yeah, Hebrews 3 and 4. For every house is builded by some man, but he that built all things is Yahawah. All right? He that built all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you know, and the earth and the fullness thereof is Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Nothing outside of that has any part to play in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, and say, well, all right, they have contribution in the creation of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Nothing. All right, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Those what people fail to realize. Yeah, those what people fail to realize. I go in the I go into Isaiah 40. Almost there. Isaiah 40, 25. Isaiah 40 and 25. It reads. And this is a beautiful scripture here, Isaiah 40, 25. It reads, to whom then will ye liken me? Or shall I be equal, say the Holy One? To who could you compare the Most High God to? Or who could you compare the Most High God to? Or you could compare to the Most High God. Who? Which one are your gods? Which one are your gods? Your Ogun, your Shiva, your Sai Baba? Yeah, your Hanuman, all right? Your Ra, your Isis. Which one are your gods? Which one of your gods could you equal Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi to? Compare him to. All right? Lift up your eyes on high and behold, who hath created these things that bringeth out their host by number. All right? He calleth them all by the names and by greatness of his might. For he that is strong in power, not one faileth. Yes. Right? He gave the names to all the animals and all. He created all these things. Oh boy. Understand, boy. Understand the works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, and learn to fear him. Yeah, not come up against him, but fear him. Yeah. Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Israel, my way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from my power? Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. You cannot outthink Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Alright? And that is what Esau trying to do. Outthink Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Yeah? That is what the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and Elon Musk and Bill Gates of hell and all of them, that whole crew, that whole clan, all of them trying to say they could outsmart and outwit and outthink Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. But you can't. Why strivest thou against thy maker? Yeah? Why strivest thou against thy maker? devils. Right? He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth in strength. Right? And that is going to come to the elect of Israel. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fail. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not be faint. All right? Because there is that new strength, that new body, that immortal body, that extraterrestrial body, that the elect is going to get, when they've been salvaged out of here. And who other could give us such power, because that's what the Rothschilds and I'm looking for, all what they're doing right now, all the steps that they're taking right now and leading and directing the world into their agenda right now is them seeking that immortal power, that everlasting power, that undying power, is them right now. They the quest. They the quest, they the journey. They is what they're searching for. They is what they're trying to achieve, but they will never be able to achieve it. Because why? All your advances, all your endeavors and what have you is carnal. Is by carnal means. All right, it's by carnal means. That's why when you go to Romans 1 and 20, when you go to Romans 1 and verse 20, going a little bit too far, Romans 1 and 20, what it reads. Yeah? Yeah, we start from verse 19, Romans 1 and 19. Because that which may be known of Yahawah is manifest in them, for Yahawah hath shewed it unto them. Who is that? The elect. Right? The elect. Alright? For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. Alright? The invisible things, the things, the glory of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Because watch me, all this creation, although we see in it, all this creation and whatnot, although the naked eye see in it, to a lot of people, they're not seeing it, They're not seeing it as how we, although they're seeing it, they're literally seeing it and physically could touch it. Still, they're not seeing it through the spiritual lenses. Alright? They're seeing it as it is in a carnal sense. But through the spiritual lens, alright, they're not seeing it because they're not seeing the wisdom and knowledge and understanding behind it that bring it into creation, that bring it into existence. They're not seeing it. Alright? So the invisible things, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Alright? And this is the thing here. Alright? Esau not see, as I say, Esau seeing the creation, he's seeing everything. Alright? But he not seeing the spirituality behind it. He not, so that's why, he in a carnal mind state and everything, he had to see to believe. Alright? And yet he still ain't gonna believe, because you see and you're still not believing. Alright? You're still not believing the works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, and the power. Esau don't believe in the power of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. That's why they feel they could, that's why they're going on such a quest to gain that true power, to say they could defeat Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Alright? Esau don't really believe. He know the Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi is very powerful. His power is exceedingly great. Alright? But they're so prideful. They're so built up with such pride, that they think that they can match with his power and even exceed his power. Hence the reason why, they're waiting patiently for that great war in heaven. Pursuant to Revelation 7 and Revelation 7:7. Yeah? Yeah? Ah, boy, Esau, boy. Ah, boy, Esau. But don't worry. Yeah? Don't worry. You have a judgment coming. You have a judgment coming. Alright? Jeremiah 32. Let's go to Jeremiah 32. Jeremiah 32 and 17. Jeremiah 32 and 17, it reads, Ah, Lord Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by the great power and stretch out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. There is nothing too hard for thee. Thou shewest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompenses the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. The great, the mighty power, the Lord of hosts, Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi is his name. Great in counsel, Esau, great in counsel, yeah, and mighty in work. For thine eyes are upon all the ways of the sons of men, and unto the sons of the wicked, to give everyone according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing. That's why I said earlier on, Yahawah Shem Yahshai is a balanced power. Don't feel he's always loving and no. Alright? Don't get it twisted with his power. Don't get it twisted with his mercies. Don't get it twisted with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Alright? Because his ways are past finding out. When you feel, when you 2/3 and heathen nations and Esau, Edom, you all in for a rude awakening. A rude awakening that is about to hit the earth pretty soon. Pretty soon. Mark my words. Mark my words. Yeah? All this creation, all this thing that this man do upon the face of the earth and the universe. Look at seeing the moon coming out. All this thing this man do. And still, you all don't want to fear this man, right? Yeah, what Proverbs 9 and 10 say? When you go to Proverbs 9 and 10, that scripture now come to my head. Going a bit too far. Take my time here. One page. Proverbs 9 and 10. It reads what? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And you just read that same thing in Sirach 19 and 18 going down to 20. Alright? It reads what? The fear of the Lord. Yeah, the fear of Yahawah baha, sham, yahawashi is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Yeah, the fear of the Lord. Because with that you will get ready. When you ready, look at the works of Yahawah baha, sham, yahawashi and see what great feats this man have accomplished. All right, and this is just a light thing that he did. A light. This is light work. His work could way exceed this, way surpass this. Way surpass this. You ain't gonna fear that man, boy. Something not to be wrong with you. Something not to be totally wrong with you. Yeah? I almost finished. Psalms. Let me see something now. I will go to Psalms 90. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Almost finished with this beautiful video here, with this beautiful work here, this beautiful lesson. Psalms 90 and 1, it reads, Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. In all generations, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the world, the earth. I'm going to read it over. I'm butchering it, man. Psalms 90 and 1, it reads, Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, Even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art power. Even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art power. Thou art the most high God. Yeah? This is Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Why is he most high God? Because he just is. And there's nothing to question that. Nothing to question that. Just stay humble and true to him, true to his word, and and things will be put in place for you the way how how it's supposed to be. The marvelous works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, boy. Who could really? Ah boy, hey. Let's take a look at Sirach. Not Sirach, not Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 3. Ecclesiastes 3 and 11. Yeah? Ecclesiastes 3 and 11. He has made everything beautiful in his time. Also he had set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that Yahawah maketh from the beginning to the end. No man can find out the work. No man can find out. It's what scripture I just read there. Alright, so we talk about the seas, the depth of the seas, and he know what the seas contain it, and he know the depth of the sea and all these things. Alright. And again, he's sort of trying to emulate that. Alright, and really what he's trying to do too is to really eradicate, emulate it, and with his accomplishment. Let me take my time. With his accomplishment in emulating it, he think, well, that it will be our doom. That's why they're trying to find. They're trying to find out how deep the earth is, how deep the ocean is, how the heights of the heavens. When they go to and that's what Esau trying to do when they go to Jeremiah 31. No, not 31. Yeah, Jeremiah, let me see, Jeremiah 31, 35. Yeah, Jeremiah 31, 35. It reads what? Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night. Alright? Which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. And this is the challenge Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, given to you, Esau. If those ordinances, the sun, the moon, the stars, all these things, right? If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Yeah? We still, as I now see the moon there. The moon still there. Tonight I go see the stars when the place get dark. Alright? I live in close to the beach. Alright? The water's still there. The river's still there. Alright? All these ordinances still there. So the children of Israel still here. Yeah? Verse 37. Thus saith the Lord, if the heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath. Yeah? And no man. They talk about how they went on the moon. Lie, because you can't pass that Van Allen, or can't remember the Van something belt. The Van Allen belt or something like that. So no man could pass that. With the amount of radiation that contains. No man can pass that. That radiation will burn you out. Literally, burn you out. Yeah? So it says, thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out, no one knows how deep the earth is. The earth crust is. No one knows how deep the ocean is. The deepest part of the ocean. No one knows. No one knows. Yeah? I will also cast off all the seed of Israel, yeah, for all they have done, for all that they have done, say the Lord. Yeah? This is where it is. This is what it is. The works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. He saw his work so great, no man can find out. You can't find out all that he done. Because you don't know how deep the earth is. You don't know how deep the ocean is. Don't matter what scientific technology you have and expeditions you went on and this and that. No man knows how the height of the heavens. None of these things. That is because why? The works of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, which is what? So marvelous. Which is so marvelous. Which is so marvelous. Yeah? Last scripture, which is Psalms, going back to the book of Psalms 34. Psalms 34 and verse 1. Psalms 34 and 1, it reads, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, baha, sham, rakaha, kwadash. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They look unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles, which is what? Which is the elect. All right? The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. O taste and see the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord, ye his saints. There is no want to fear to them that fear him. You know, he's not going to abandon you. All those that fear the Lord and reverence him, he's not going to abandon you. He's not going to be in want and need of nothing, especially in the times that is ahead. All right, which is Jacob's trouble. All right. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Because where's the whole duty of man at the conclusion of this whole thing? To fear Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi, and to keep his commandments. Alright? Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil, and do good. Seek peace, and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from off the earth. He saw. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Yeah? He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. Why? Because of the might, the power, the strength, and the marvelous works of the Lord Almighty Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Hope you was edified through the power and spirit of Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. Alright? And with that, Kal Halayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahawah, baha, sham, yahawashi. baha, sham, yakaha, baha. Barakata Yahawah, barakata yahawashi. Barakata Yahawah, barakata yahawashi. Barakata Yahawah, barakata yahawashi. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedoms to do so now more than ever for this truth. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites who may look like the other nations but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom, shalom, shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwatiam, which is the sisters. We have Brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp signing out, saying shalom, 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 and love, much love.